All right, let's try this again. So, writing my story, getting my story down. I have a couple of things that I'm using to help write. So, I'm reading this book now. It's called Writing Blockbuster Plots, a step-by-step guide to mastering plot structure and scene by Martha Anderson, best-selling author of The Plot Whisperer. So I'm reading this book to help me get my ideas down on paper, kind of like a step-by-step process, because even though I enjoy Say the Cat, I think the cat is very good as far as like how to structure your story. Well, so far what I've been reading here, it kind of gives an idea of like, okay, this is where you probably should have some emotional points versus some backstory points. It kind of goes along like, fucking like like a, I'll draw it out. So it kind of goes on like a line, like, God damn it. So it kind of goes on the line like this. Make it a little easier for you guys to see. Rising incident, climax, the same shit that we all learned growing up. But, this book mentions something about if you make notes above the line versus under it. If you make notes above the line, it kind of tells you like, okay, this is more of an action-based part of your story. And then like if you making notes below the line, that's kind of like, okay, these are more like backstory, emotional development, character, development, just like things like that. Jesus, come on. Come on. Focus. There we go. Focus. And so that's what I'm using now to help organize my thoughts, organize my story, and get it together. I take it to work and I read. So right now, probably should not use this paper. So right now, I'm kind of detailing my story out on paper, and I'm basically using one sheet of paper per act, so I can get all my notes down, one sheet of paper, focus on one thing at a time. And so far, this is probably the most momentum I've had as far as like writing. And it feels good. I feel like the story is kind of coming together. Like I have an idea. At the same time, I'm kind of like throwing out a quick, I won't say a quick rough draft, but it's more so a draft. It's something that I'm playing with just to get my thoughts out there. I read in another book to have an idea graveyard where whenever you just have something that pops in your head, make a bullet and just jot it down, make a quick note. I have a shit ton of ideas in my graveyard that I want to see how I can either integrate or make it a plot itself. So that's where I'm at. And again, like, I want to tell you guys what the story is about, but I still don't know exactly what it's about. Like I got the beginning, I got parts of the middle, and I have the end in mind, but I'm kind of letting the story write itself. So again, I'm holding myself accountable by trying to keep up with these videos, these little vlogs, these little progress notes. I'm by no means a professional writer, by no means a great writer. I just want to write. I don't know what it is that's in me. It's screaming at me, like just fucking write. Ideally, I would like to have a message to people that I know and love within my writing. Saying what? I don't know yet, but I feel like that will come, as I get better. But I feel like having a plan, having a path, baby step goals is so far the best way I've been going about it. And like I said, this is the most momentum I've had to actually want to write and do this. So I feel really fucking good about that. And yeah, as soon as I get this story down, as far as start to finish, then yeah, I'll tell you guys more about it. But this is definitely one of my more ambitious goals, just knowing what I like and what I'm entertained by. yeah, so like movies like Divergent, any like faction based movie shows, audiobooks, We're Alive, great podcast. Just anything that deals with like survival, faction, and kind of like, that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. So hopefully, hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you guys kind of like walk with me through this path. Hell, throw down your own ideas in the comments. Throw down your own thoughts. If you kind of going through the same process, let's fucking go through it together. Mind you, this is my first one. Super fucking ambitious, but this is something I for sure want to have done in 2025 because I think about these ideas so much. It's time just to put all of my eggs in one basket and just go for it. You know, for the longest time, I was debating on going back to school to study, but the same effort, energy, and commitment I would put in school, I'm gonna just put to something that I actually want to do. You know, I have my career already. I work as a respiratory therapist, and RT field isn't bad at all. It's a great profession. Is my heart in it? Like, as far as this is what I want to do for the rest of my life? No, but it is a phenomenal profession. And it allows me to have enough free time to like focus on things like this. So that's why I don't want to go back to school. Even though in my head I was ready for it. I want to focus on my writing, my acting, my writing, and more acting. And just completely focus on that. We get one life. I would hate to be lying in my deathbed wishing and regretting the idea of me not pursuing something that I actually wanted to do. And I'm only 34, so why not?